Okay, good day class. Today we will be discussing our subject introduction. So our subject is ME 104, ME Design Concepts and Publication 2. Today we will be talking about, of course, the first one is the syllabus, and most importantly, the second one is the methods of teaching and learning process. Sorry guys, it is not heat transfer. I forget to edit. So, ano ba yung gagamitin natin? And I will be giving you some online portals and shared drive in later part. So, again, of course, the syllabus starts with our vision and mission. So, you already know this. Skip na natin ito. Of course, we also have the quality policy. So anyway, sa LMS, nag-submit naman ako doon ng copy ng syllabus. Pwede nyo i-download kung gusto nyo basahin thoroughly yung ating quality policy at mission and vision. So our subject is ME 104. Title is ME Design Concepts and Publication 2. The description is, this is the second of the three-part course designed to prepare students a thorough understanding in the design process. It includes a thorough assessment of the problem and what's the best way to target the best solution. It also includes intermediate shop publication practices, etc. But in today's new normal, there is saying na yung laboratory daw ay i-shift sa second sem. So medyo in-edit ko or revise ko yung ating description. I have included some lecture parts on the part 3 series so that our laboratory will be on the second sem. Ano yan ang pagkakaiba nito ngayon? So this is a 3-unit subject. Supposedly this is a 2 units lecture and 1 unit laboratory. Then we have 5 hours per week. You have your schedule. So ito yung nilagay ko yung schedule. Consultation hours anytime, pwede sa ating group chat. And we also have this institutional intended learning outcomes. Again, basahin nyo na lang dun sa inyong probably madadownload na copy ng syllabus. Ang importante ay ito yung program intended learning outcomes. Lahat ito meron sa subject natin. Ito yung ina-expect that by the time of your graduation, dapat marunong ka na nito. Apply knowledge of mathematics and science, and so forth, and so on and so forth. So sa subject natin, meron tayong intended learning outcomes. So natin ko siya sa 6. You have to understand thoroughly the engineering design process starting from assessment of needs up to the improving details. Know intermediate shop practice using power tools and equipment. Know how to acquire, apply, and protect intellectual property, be it an industrial design, utility model, or a patent. Know the different basic engineering materials available on the market, or most probably sa ngayon ay available on the internet. Apply design evaluation with bias such tools as decision matrices and the Kepner-Trego analysis, and recognize the importance of time value of money, the factors that affect the final cost of a design, and know the different publication techniques. Yung 2, 4, and 62, most probably siya ay magiging research and reporting. I will tell you the details later sa ating journey ngayong new normal. Ano ba yung learning plan natin? So, meron tayo ditong as schedule. Today is August 25. So, meron tayong naka-schedule na basic orientation and subject introduction. OB stands for outcomes-based education and OBTL stands for outcomes-based teaching and learning. So, yun ang gagawin natin. Lahat ng ating gagawin, meron tayong learning outcomes. So, ang tanong doon, paano natin ma-attain yung learning outcomes? So, in the next succeeding schedules, as you can see, we have the first intended learning outcomes, which is understand thoroughly the engineering design process, starting from assessment of needs up to improving details. So, ito yung ating mga topics. Number 1 is engineering design process. A is needs assessment. or design proposal needed. Titingnan ko kung makapagpasubmit ako sa inyo ng mga design proposal. Mahirap ngayon kasi previously, groupings ang ginagawa namin. Ngayon, most probably, uh, if you can remember last sem, individual. Pero mga simpleng design na lang siguro. Mahanap na lang tayo ng certain problems. And dun sa ating LMS, at saka later magpo-provide ako ng shared drive natin. Pwede nyong kopyahin ngayon yung ating reference na PDF. Para ma-download nyo. Tapos i-download nyo na din yung syllabus, kasi sa syllabus comprehensive yun kasi meron na siyang page na nakasabi. Halimbawa dito sa engineering design process needs assessment up to the last part of this letter C, nakalagay na dun kung anong page yung inyong pwedeng basahin. So magiging flexible tayo. Pag meron ka na nung syllabus, makikita mo yung learning plan dun. Kung kailan ka may time, kung kailan mo feel na mag-aral, ay magagawa mo ngayon kasi na-download mo na ngayon yung ating mga learning materials. Ngayon, susupplement ko na lang yan ng mga self-instructional learning materials para mag-guide kayo hanggang matapos natin yung subject. And mostly, mamaya, di-discuss rin natin kung paano tayo magkakaroon ng assessment or mga quizzes. So, i-continue lang muna natin yung schedule. Ang sunod dito ay, of course, after ILO 1, ILO 2. So, ito, mostly to, magbibigay ako sa inyo ng reporting, certain topic, halimbawa, anong mga power tools, anong mga equipment. Tapos, magpo-post ako dun kung anong instructions. Mostly, ang ginagawa namin ito nung nakaraan ay may mga video na dina-download lang sa internet, pwedeng sa YouTube. Then, ang gagawin nyo ngayon, isi-share nyo dun sa Facebook group natin para makita nung iba. Tapos, magsasubmit, pag nakita ko rin, magsasubmit na lang ako ng parang reaction paper or reflection paper na pwede nyong sagutin pagdating dito sa learning outcomes number 2. Pagdating naman sa intended learning outcomes number 3, babalik na naman tayo dun sa ating reference. Know how to apply, acquire, and protect intellectual property, be it in industrial design, utility model, or a patent. So dito, ang objective dito, although mahirap kasi supposedly dapat may design na tayo. Kaya lang new normal, hindi tayo pwedeng mag face to face, hindi tayo pwedeng mag ng laboratory, and hindi rin tayo pwedeng maggala ng maggala para magpa-fabricate. And most cases ay mahirap kasi kung nag-iisa ka, financially mahirap. Mas maganda sana kung groupings kasi maghati-hati kayo dun sa magiging cost. Pero we will try next sem pag may laboratory na ibalik ngayon yung topic na i-review na lang natin itong ILO number 3 pag meron tayong gagawin na project. So continue natin. Then ILO 4, again this is reporting. Magbibigay ako ng topic similar sa ILO 2. Tapos, popost na lang natin sa Facebook group natin. So, titingnan ko kung pwedeng mag-groupings. Kasi sa dami nyo, pwede tayong mag-groupings. But, I would try to make it in a matter of parang magkakalapit. Halimbawa, taga-Labo, isang grupo. Sa Daet, probably mga 2 o 3 grupo. Depende sa numbers. Then, midterm exam. ILO number 5, babalik na naman tayo dun sa dati sa reference natin. So, may page yan dun sa syllabus natin. So, tingnan nyo na lang. Apply design, evaluation via such tools as decision matrices and the Kepler-Trego analysis. And recognize the importance of time, value of money, and the factors that affect the final cost of the design. So, ito yung mga topic niya. Nandun siya sa reference natin. So, it will be more on reading muna and some probably activity na gagawa kayo ng decision matrix. Darating tayo dyan. Hopefully, medyo makuha nyo yung learning objectives or learning outcomes na makapag-apply kayo ng mga decision matrices or analysis para maging effective yung pwedeng gawin yung design. And lastly, again, this is again reporting, mga fabrication techniques, pwedeng sa lathe machine, pwedeng magamit nyo rin sa subjects nyo dun sa kay Sir Clyde nyo. So, partly, puro lang video. So, hindi tayo pwedeng mag-laboratory. Kaya, this will form part of your project before we can take a final exam. Most probably, first week on or second week of January. But again, this is just, this schedule is subject to change. Depende sa mga may encounter nating problems. So, titingnan na lang natin. So, ano ba yung policies natin? Dati may policy tayo sa attendance. So, meron tayong CNS Admin Order 61 na wini-waive muna yung attendance. Mahirap magpa-attendance. Pero yung percentage ng attendance, yung instructor ang bahalang mag-prorate kung saan niya ilalagay. So, in my case, dahil ginawa ko na siyang pure lecture, so yung ating pag-compute ng grade, 50% ay class standing. Then, yung kasama na dyan yung attendance. Then, 20% project. Ito nga yung report nyo. Then, 30% major exam. So, the term means prelim, midterm, and final. So, final, mga term grade lang yan. Ang class standing is 30% quizzes and 20% homework. So, magkakaroon rin tayo ng mga homework or assignments na isasubmit nyo sa ating shared drive. I-invite ko kayo later doon sa shared drive para maging personalized yung paggamit natin ng shared drive and hopefully magamit ko thoroughly. So sa project naman, I did not edit it, but sinabi ko na yung project, more on reporting. Ito kasi nauna yung presentation ko sa transfer, kaya yung iba dito hindi ko na-edit. So pasensyahan nyo na lang, guys. So yung mode ng quizzes natin at major exam is synchronous with time limits and date duration. That is, may schedule siya, online. Mamaya di-discuss natin yan. Then, homework assignment, sabi ko nga kanina, pwede natin i-submit dun sa ating shared drive na ibibigay ko mamaya at i-invite ko kayo sa hopefully tama yung email nyo. Kung hindi man tama, later this week, baka ma-check natin na lahat maka-access dun sa shared drive. Okay, so the final rating or your final grade is 11% nung prelim term, 22% nung midterm term, tsaka yung finals term ay 67%. Mabigat yung finals, kaya okay lang na mag-banjing tayo ngayon sa prelim kasi 11% lang siya. But in the finals, I hope you see to it na you have to pass the subject. So ito, alam nyo na rin ito, passing the subject. Ito yung equivalency. Parehas lang ito sa mga ibang subject na dinidiscuss. Nasa syllabus din siya. Then, ito naman yung mapping ng program outcomes. So, yung subject, meron siyang intended learning outcomes. As you can see, number 1 is understand thoroughly the engineering design process starting from assessment and leads up to improving details. So, saan siya mapasok dun sa pag-graduate na program outcomes na na-acquire na. So, sabi dun is, check natin letter C. Ano ba yung letter C na yun? Balikan natin. So, sa letter C, design a system, component, or process to meet desired needs within realistic constraints in accordance to standards. So, dapat ito ma-acquire nyo bago kayo makagraduate. Yung subject natin, yung intended learning outcome number 1, yan, design process. So, papasok siya dun according to the standards. Similar to letter E, so basahin nyo na lang yung program outcomes, guys. So, basta namamap siya dun kung saan siya papasok dun sa desired attributes ng isang graduate na engineer. Okay, next. So, ito yung tanong. Bago tayo pumunta dun sa tanong, define muna natin yung gagawin natin ngayon. So, meron tayong flexible learning. Well, as you can see here, flexible learning refers to the ability to customize one's pace, and mode of learning. With pace, pag sinabi mong pace, kung gaano kabilis. So, pag flexible, pwede mo siyang pabilisin, pwede mo rin naman siyang pahabain. So, i-adapt natin ito pagdating lang dun sa mga topics. Halimbawa, sa intended learning outcomes number 1, So, magbibigay na ako ng yung syllabus, magiging guide yun na yun. Tapos, magbibigay ako ng self-instructional learning material. Pwede nyo nang pag-aralan for download yun. Tapos, mag-schedule na lang tayo ng mga quizzes. Na sabi ko nga kanina, synchronous. While blended learning, ang ibig sabihin niya, approach to education that combines online educational materials and opportunities for interaction online with traditional place-based classroom method. So, ang ibig sabihin dito, may online siya, tsaka may face-to-face. But we cannot do this because as per health protocols and as per order by the administration of the CNSC, na wala mo ng face-to-face. So, kaya mostly online or dadalhin sa inyo yung learning materials. Ito, pag-uusapan natin yan mamaya. Tapos meron naman tayong term na synchronous and asynchronous learning. So, what is the difference between the two? So, its basic premise is that learning can occur in different times and spaces, particularly for its learner, as opposed to synchronous learning at the same time. So, yung dati natin ginagawa, synchronous learning. Mag-aaralan natin yung topic number 1, then may assessment number 1. So, synchronous learning siya. Ngayon, sa case natin ngayon ay hindi natin maiwasan na mag-synchronous din. Kasi yun ang available na media. Hindi tayo pwede mag face-to-face. Then, ang tanong nga dyan, so the big question is, what will be our approach? So, during this, before this introduction, I have put a survey and majority of you answered that you are on the medium level technology, in which the approach is macro and micro learning approach. Mayroong online, mayroong offline activities. So, as much as possible, lahat ng i-download nyo ay lahat ng materials sa ilalagay natin sa ating LMS or sa ating mga drives ay downloadable para at least pwede kang mag-work offline. Then, you can study, probably, you can flex your time. Yun nga ang ibig sabihin ng flexibility. So, this means I will be sending lecture notes, videos, or other means of self-instructional material linked to our Facebook group. It's either in the group or in the messenger. Then, dapat downloadable siya. So, or downloadable. So, yung gusto naman ng hard copy, halimbawa sobrang hina ng internet sa inyo, so, please try to make it to a point na makapag-request kayo sa akin personally through email. Ayoko sa FB kasi pag mahaba na yung conversation sa FB, ang hirap ng hanapin. Which means, pag yun ang nag-email ka sa akin, patadalang kita, CNSC vehicle ang magdadala. Kasi may memorandum of agreement ang CNSC sa mga LGU. Ang pick-up point ay sa mga munisipyo. So, kung halimbawa, taga Paracali ka, pick upin mo sa Paracali. Yan ang pinaka So, i-inform nyo kaagad kami kasi para hindi naman lahat kami mag-send sa inyo. It's very sayang sa papel, sayang sa printing kung hindi nyo naman masusunod. We'll be grouping you into macro and micro level. Yung nasa low level, siguro micro na siya. Sa macro, wherein we shall have synchronous online assessment. So, medium level ka or high, ang assessment natin synchronous. Maglalagay ako ng schedule sa quizzes, tsaka sa exams. Hindi pwedeng masyadong mahaba yung time duration. I-inform, tapos ililink ko na lang sa FB para masagutan nyo. Mamaya titingnan natin sa mga online portals kung saan natin gagawin yun. Pero doon naman sa nag-opt ng hard copy, magkakaroon kayo ng separate na quiz or exam. Hard copy din siya. I-send ko din sa inyo. Pero different siya dun sa nakapost online. Yun lang ang premise dun. Hindi pwedeng parehas kasi baka may estudyante nag-request na offline siya pero nakita niya na yung question dun sa it would be unfair pagdating dun sa mga nag-online. Okay. We take up the next. Ito yung online portals natin. Ang messaging natin ay mostly sa Facebook Messenger kasi ito kahit wala daw data ay nakaka-receive ng message. Group chat. Kung magla-live streaming naman, ang priority natin ay Facebook Messenger group room. Kaya lang, ang maximum dito ay 50 lang. So, kung magla-live streaming tayo, mostly on the time ng schedule natin para at least hindi magsabay-sabay yung Block A at saka Block B. Ano? Then, secondary lang yung Zoom at saka Google Meet. Pero limited dito, hindi tayo masyadong magla-live stream. Sa recorded videos, I would try to upload it into YouTube so that you can just have the link. Kasi yung mga load ngayon, mga YouTube ganito, ganyan. So, baka i-upload natin as YouTube. And for quizzes and major exams, ang priority ko ay Schoology app. So, yung cellphone nyo, mag-download na kayo ng Schoology. Ang kagandahan kasi ng Schoology, ang advantage niya as compared dun sa secondary na learning management system natin na Moodle, sa school natin mabagal. Plus, similar to Google Classroom, kung iaano mo, yung Schoology kasi, pag naglagay ka ng questions, nakakalagay ng mga special mathematical characters like degrees, squared, na hindi nagagawa doon sa Google Classroom at saka sa CNS LMS. I don't know, pero beginner pa lang naman ako pagdating doon sa mga app. Pero mas madali kong naintindihan and hopefully mas madali yung magigets yung Schoology. So sa share drive, ito yung link. Pero i-invite ko na rin kayo. Kasi pag na-invite kayo, i-change natin yung settings na yung mga invited lang ang pwedeng mag-access doon sa share drive natin. Similar with our submission of projects and submission of assignments, naka-folder siya doon sa drive natin. So, i-update na lang natin kayo pag medyo mag-question na lang. Just post it in our FB Messenger or you try to contact me in my pero mas maganda kung sa Gmail. Yung Hotmail kasi hindi ako masyadong na-open ng Hotmail. I will be using that most probably if I am going to use OneNote in terms of lecture with handwriting. Baka hindi niya kasi maano sa Gmail kasi yung OneNote ay nasa Microsoft and supposedly dapat Microsoft din yung aking internet. So ito, ito yung picture ko ng baby pa ko. Thank you and have a good day.